Digital or virtual currencies that use cryptography to enforce security in money supply are known as cryptocurrencies. After the 2008 financial crisis, they initially became well known in 2009. Cryptocurrencies are not just financial instruments. They also serve as value carriers on the internet. This may occasionally have a monetary worth. For instance, a widely accepted cryptocurrency can be used anywhere to pay for goods and services. In other cases, it might be worth something when a service, such a file storage service, uses its own cryptocurrency as a means of payment for actions carried out within its network. The most well-known cryptocurrency is Bitcoin, a decentralized payment network that conducts network-wide transactions using peer-to-peer technology. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. So, let's start. Over 1,300 cryptocurrencies are currently in use, according to CoinMarketCap, a website that compiles pricing data from several cryptocurrency exchanges. As of the time of this writing, governments and financial institutions all over the world are actively investigating how to include cryptocurrencies in contemporary financial instruments or economic policy implementation. The vast majority of jurisdictions worldwide do not regulate cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrency characteristics. Some traits are present in all cryptocurrencies. Decentralization is the first. The majority, if not all, of cryptocurrencies aim to be decentralized systems where anybody can verify transactions taking place inside a network. The most popular method of verifying a transaction is using mining algorithms, which leverage cryptography tools like hash functions and other puzzle-friendly characteristics. Another characteristic that all cryptocurrencies have in common is the use of blockchains. Data structures called blockchains resemble linked lists because each piece in them refers to the one before it. The chain of blocks is resistant to security breaches since they are connected to one another. Distributed ledgers called blockchains are what cryptocurrency technology uses to keep track of a currency's transactions. Digital signatures and keys are the third aspect of cryptocurrencies that all of them share. While private keys allow access to cash, public keys are used to identify the address of the coin owner. These keys offer user anonymity and transaction transparency when used together. Advantages. Cryptocurrency's primary benefit is that they make the transfer of digital currency easy. This contrasts with fiat currencies, which are subject to strict governmental regulation. Because cryptocurrencies have mostly escaped government oversight, businesses that use them can operate with less bureaucracy and regulatory friction. The fact that cryptocurrencies are secure is their second benefit. In recent years, hackers have targeted several financial services organizations, including payment processors and credit card issuers. Despite the many instances of cryptocurrency hacks, the biggest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, Bitcoin, has remained secure. Another benefit of cryptocurrencies is their decentralization, which allows for several parties to independently check and validate transactions rather than requiring a single authority to do so. Disadvantages. For cryptocurrencies, the lack of regulation is a double-edged sword. One benefit is that it reduces regulatory burdens, but because investors and users have no legal redress or oversight, it also poses a significant danger to them. As a result, governmental entities have the power to impose limitations on or outright prohibit the development of cryptocurrency market. This happened, for instance, in China, where the government outlawed Bitcoin exchanges, causing them to leave the nation. The fluctuation of cryptocurrency values may potentially be a substantial risk and a disadvantage for some investors. For cryptocurrencies, extreme price fluctuations are not unusual. For instance, in 2017 the price of Bitcoin fluctuated from $10,000 to $20,000 in less than 2 weeks. For many, the price increase carried the alluring possibility of gains. 3 weeks later, it had dropped to less than $10,000 nevertheless. Within hours, days, or weeks, such market fluctuations can make or break an investor's fortune. Cryptocurrencies also incentivize criminal activities, which is a drawback. Hash functions and digital signatures are well-known cryptography methods that are used by cryptocurrencies to safeguard their systems and conceal user identification. Because of this, it is challenging to link Bitcoin use to a specific individual or group, which has made them quite popular with criminals, in spite of the fact that their usage in crime has increased. Cryptocurrencies haven't really taken off in the mainstream. While it is challenging, but not impossible, to determine the provenance of blockchain transactions using only public keys. The history of cryptocurrencies. The development of digital currency and the history of cryptocurrencies are interwoven. User privacy and double spending are two of the greatest issues with digital currency that are addressed by cryptocurrency. with transparent financial transactions. The former makes sure that user identification is not compromised. The second issue prevents users of digital currency from duplicating a single coin and using it simultaneously at two distinct locations. The majority of the early research and development on cryptocurrencies was done by cypherpunk activists who aimed to create an anonymous system free from governmental control and spark social and political upheaval. David Chaum, a researcher, is regarded as a cryptocurrency pioneer. In 1983, he came up with the concept of e-cash. He then came up with a solution to the double spending issue with his research partners at UC Berkeley. It used the blind signature idea from cryptography to enable a digital signature without revealing the specifics of the coin itself. In 1989, Chaum transformed the concept of eCash into a business endeavor named DigiCash that included two cryptocurrencies, eCash and Cyberbucks. However, DigiCash failed to gain momentum with major banks and financial services organizations and went out of business quickly. The reach and power of cryptocurrencies increased with more investigation. To combat the issue of email spam, Cynthia Dwork and Moni Naor introduced the idea of a system that involved completing puzzles to gain access to an email system in 1992. The idea was improved by British cryptographer Adam Back, who authored a paper in which he proposed using it to mine bitcoins. By University of Washington computer scientist Y. Dai included the concept for B-money. In a 1991 publication, Belcore scientists Stuart Haber and Scott Stornetta presented the concept of blockchain, a public ledger that records interactions between participants. In a 2019 interview, Stornetta described their desire to create a trustless system without the need for centralized third parties to verify transactions. However, for the third party to avoid acting as a single point of decision-making, they would have to collude in the transaction. When decision sets involve a growing number of transactions, the number of such third parties grows. The system's concept eventually evolved into a blockchain. Dick Szabo, who conceptualized the concept for Bitgold over the course of a number of blog postings, is another significant figure in the cryptocurrency canon. In the 1980s and 1990s, when Wall Street came to represent economic clout in the country, financial crises and frauds increased in regularity and scope even as cryptocurrency technology advanced. The second set of circumstances sped up the effort to redesign the financial infrastructure. The financial crisis of 2008 turned out to be the breaking point for popular unhappiness. Additionally, it was the ideal vantage point from which to unveil Bitcoin, possibly the first widely used cryptocurrency. Thousands of additional cryptocurrencies have been developed since the introduction of Bitcoin in 2009. These cryptocurrencies are largely offspring of Bitcoin in that they use its codebase and organizing ideas. It is very likely that the majority of them will fail to catch on and eventually fade away. But their appearance signifies a turning point in the history of cryptocurrencies, which went from being a mysterious area of study and debate at academic institutions to being used in daily life. This is it for today's video. What do you think of our video? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Thanks for watching.